Yo, what up, though, man? This whole 50 Cent Big Meech beef thing is kind of crazy, man. And honestly, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling 50 Cent going against Big Meech. Let me break this whole thing down from my perspective, man. Obviously, Little Meech, 50 Cent did a lot for him. 50 Cent put him in acting school for a couple years to get him ready to play Big Meech. Big Meech, was behind bars for like 20 years. I think Terry, his brother, did about 20 years too. Now, let me just say I'm a big fan of the Star Show, BMF. You know what I'm saying? I'm plugged into every season. I got to watch this newest season. You know what I'm saying? Apparently they did a season 4 as well, already in the books. And, you can make the argument that 50 Cent did a whole lot for Big Meech. And I agree with that. He did a lot for Big Meech. He did a lot for Lil Meech. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's very important. That's nothing to sneeze at. But let's not forget, man, 50 Cent is getting some out of this too. 50 Cent is making a lot of money off Big Meech in this story. 50 Cent, apparently owns the rights to BMF. So 50 Cent, while he did a lot for Big Meech and Lil Meech, he benefited a lot too. So all this narrative about, 50 did so much for Big Meech, it's like vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because Big Meech, was considered a quote unquote legend out here before 50 Cent even came around. Big Meech been a street legend, so he didn't need 50 Cent for that, you know what I'm saying? And apparently they ain't making a whole lot of money off BMF, you know what I'm saying, if he got to go to Rick Ross. And let me address that, man. 50 Cent, disowning Big Meech, dissing Big Meech for, taking a picture with Rick Ross, for Terry Flannery, for Southwest T, taking a picture with Supreme's son. Supreme, if you don't know, Supreme is the man that allegedly tried to kill 50 Cent, that got him shot 9 times. And, Terry taking a picture with his son, Big Meech, taking a picture with Rick Ross, doing a concert with Rick Ross, hosting Rick Ross's car show, and Rick Ross is 50 Cent's sworn enemy. That does come off as disloyal, and I agree. That's something that I probably wouldn't do. If somebody cool with me, I'm not going to go and take pictures. If somebody did something for me, I'm not going to go and take pictures with their enemy. I'm not going to do that. Just out of respect. Even though Rick Ross and Big Meech got history. Because you remember, Rick Ross had that big, huge record, BMF, back in, I think, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. So that dope song, Rick Ross featuring Styles P, real big record, and nobody else was shouting out Big Meech like that, So Big Meech, I'm sure, got love for Rick Ross for keeping the BMF name alive, for keeping his name alive, So if I'm cool with somebody, if I got love for somebody, and somebody else did something for me, you can't expect me to not have love for them just because you don't got love for them. So I think 50 Cent is a little bit ridiculous to go at Big Meech over this. Even though I will say, if I'm Big Meech, yeah, Rick Ross did stuff for me. I got love for Rick Ross. It's about optics. It's about optics and perception. I'm not gonna take a picture with him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see me taking a picture with him and being all cool with him when I know that him and 50 into it. I'm just gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not gonna diss Rick Ross, but I'm not gonna take pictures with him either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna kind of stay out of it, stay neutral. That's what I would do. But I think it's kind of lame, though, of 50 Cent to kind of diss him and call him a rat, call him Big Screech. Let me catch y'all up. Apparently, it's a lady named Tammy Cowins, who was an executive producer on a BMF show, by the way. If you watch BMF at the beginning, watch the credits. Tammy Cowins is an executive producer on the show, all right? Let's get that straight. 50 Cent getting mad, calling Big Meech a rat and trying to get everybody to, say, oh, he a rat because this girl, Tammy Cowins, is a federal informant who tried to take down a guy apparently named Big Cuffy from St. Louis. And the story goes that she snitched on him to get him put in jail. And apparently that didn't even work because she was sleeping with somebody on a prosecution or whatever, I don't know. And that didn't work. She tried to snitch on a Cuffy guy. And they're trying to say that Big Meech told her to do it because Big Meech sold his life rights to her, which is all seem kind of weird to me anyway. When you talk about street code, and I'm not in the streets, I don't care nothing about the street code, but you know, it does seem weird. You got this street guy doing business with this girl who's a federal informant. That whole thing sounds fishy. But here's the thing though, if you 50 Cent, you can't clown him for that for two reasons. Number one, you knew about it. 50 Cent obviously knew this girl was a federal informant, that Big Meech sold his life rights to her. So you was cool with Big Meech doing all this stuff. You was cool with Big Screech this whole time, but all of a sudden, he take a picture with Rick Ross and you got a problem with it. That's hypocritical. That's very, very hypocritical. You cool with him, you know, doing business with this Tammy lady on one hand, but the moment that you mad at him, now he a rat. He Big Screech. Hypocritical. Second of all, 50 Cent produced a big old podcast series called Surviving El Chapo with the Flores twins from Chicago. I enjoyed that audio series. 50 Cent is a part of it. 50 Cent is on there talking with the Flores twins, buddy with them. They are clearly rats. They clearly snitched on El Chapo. These are the twins that took down El Chapo. So if you're talking about a rat or snitch, it doesn't get any bigger than the Flores twins. But yet 50 Cent is cool with them. He cool with them though. He's making a documentary with them. He's, you know, you cool with them, but yet Big Meech is a bad person. Very hypocritical. And I don't rock with it, man. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent strikes me as the kind of person I wouldn't want to do business with. Because the moment that he don't like me, the moment that he can't control me, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go off on me. He gonna turn on me. You know? It seems real disingenuous, all the stuff he quote unquote did for Lil Meech, putting them in school and all that. And then he posted the text messages with him and Lil Meech. As the kids say, very nasty work. That's just nasty work, man. And I don't rock with it, you know. Again, I see where 50 Cent is coming from, but he went too hard on that, man. He went too hard on that. You know, if I was 50 Cent, I would just finish the show. Because at this point, he's trying to sabotage his own show. Your own show, your own moneymaker, you want to sabotage it because you mad that Big Meech took a picture with Rick Ross. You mad that Terry took a picture with Supreme's son. It's all nasty work to me. This reminds me of when 50 Cent kicked out Game from G-Unit. If you remember, man, pretty much dang near 20 years ago now, almost, when the Game was in G-Unit and the Game came on the radio and 50 Cent was beefing with Fat Joe and Nas at the time. And Game said, look, I'm cool with Fat Joe. I'm cool with Nas. I ain't gonna diss them. I'm gonna let grown man, that's between them two. 50 Cent kicked out Game from G-Unit, and then Game been dissing G-Unit for 20 years now. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of that. It reminds me of that. And to me, 50 Cent the kind of person that I wouldn't want to be with, because if he can't control me, if he can't control who I'm friends with, if he can't control, he got to, first of all, 50 Cent beefing with everybody. He beefing with everybody. So like, if you say, oh, you got to be loyal, why would you be cool with somebody that you can't be friends with half the industry because 50 Cent beefing with him? You know what I'm saying? It's just real hypocritical to me, man. That's just how I feel about it, man. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comments. What do y'all think about the Big Meech versus 50 Cent beef? Let me know, man.